Hey, what's going on, guys? Double One Eight Set Shadow here. World Finals has come to an end, and I want to start today's Market Watch talking about the results of top 8. Overall, we had 5 different archetypes represented in the top 8, in which only one was something I didn't expect and didn't cover in my last Market Watch, and you're looking at it right now. It's Orphis Regis. Orphis was able to acquire 2 spots in the top 8, and it got second place overall, which is amazing work. Orphis Regis is a rush-based deck, utilizing World Orders for Dark Knight and Abyssal Dark Knight, which gives it the capability to end games quickly with an early 5-attack rush, along with a grade 2 rush that can gain a good amount of power. So it's possible to win the game almost as soon as you ride into this card, which actually happened in one of the feature matches against Greedon too. In Swiss rounds, there was a Greedon versus Orphis matchup, with Orphis going second, and the game ended with Orphis riding and then just wrapping out the game, dealing 3 damage in one turn with 5 attacks. It's a strong deck. I personally don't like it as much because there is the inconsistency of not being able to pull your world orders, and despite the chance being low of that inconsistency, in my experience playing this deck, I just never seem to get what I need out of it. So Orphis himself is someone I really like just because it's got the Link Joker aspect to it, but I digress. Orphis himself, the SP's sold out, and you have $20+ for the Triple R, which is not really new. This card has been pretty expensive since several months ago, and is overall just a really popular unit, so not much to say on that front. And the winner of World Finals was Youthberg, which got 3 top 8 slots overall, and yeah, not much else to say about that one. Skyfall Arms, which is the main grade 3 of the deck, is now $25 base, rising up a little bit in value from just before World Finals. And as Set 6 continues to get more prints over these months, some of the other support cards from Set 6 are continuing to fall out in value as well. Other decks that ended up topping in the top 8, we had Flagberg, Overlord, and Eva as well. So the entire spread is those 3, Orphis, and Youthberg, all taking top 8 slots. But of course, with Youthberg having secured first place and having 3 slots in the top 8, some of the support cards, or one in particular, spiked back up in value to 50, Rebel Form Tempest. There are only 2 listings available left on this card, which has been selling for 45+. It has gotten to this price point before. We'll just have to see where it goes now. Sequana, which is another staple for Youthberg-based decks. The FR has dropped off somewhat in value, so it's only slightly higher to pick up than the Double R. So, if you're still looking to pick up Youthberg, the FR is probably your better bet right now. It might be a little bit higher in price, but it should maintain more value in the long run. Then a card I talked about for my last Market Watch, Carabray, was played in the winning build, and will also be utilized in Minerva coming up. The last time we talked about this card, I think it was already at the $15 mark, but it got bought out from that point, and now you can only find the Triple R for 30. The FFR is rising as well. It was around 40 the last time we talked about it, so we're back to 50, which is where it used to be. I think it used to be as high as 60, if I recall right. But yeah, you might want to shop around for this one, see if there are still some cheaper copies available on the market, because on TCG Player, we're already seeing the hype train really go here. One thing I do want to talk about, though, is Alpec, the SP version of this card. Well, without me looking, it became really big. 150, 155, it is over $100 to pick up this card right now. So, yeah. Given that Youthberg doesn't play draw triggers, It's no surprise that this card has gone up in value as well, but I think it's the only front to have really reached this level of value in terms of the SPs, so yeah, if you've got copies of Alpec SP, you can probably look to sell them for a pretty penny right now. Minerva's Rising pre-orders and pre-release are still going right now, where it looks like we've got the signed, the serial rare of Minerva having sold for 15. The FFR of Maelstrom is actually higher than the secret rare, which doesn't make sense. What else have we got here? Gradia's Gradle. This is one of the staples that you want to pick up out of this set, but $31. That's high. Note that you can only play one of that card in your deck if you're intending to, and it's basically another Persona Ride card so long as you didn't Persona Ride in the same turn. You definitely want to have a copy, but beyond that, you don't need any more than one, because you can only play one. Otherwise, a lot of listings for 5 and under for pre-orders, which is pretty nice. Some items are still selling out early, like To the Shining Stage for Aroa. Proto Galaxy, I'm a Messiah fan, so I see that card and I think Messiah. I definitely want to pick up some FRs myself for that one. Chamomile is only $3 right now, which is good. Yeah. Once the set comes out, we should see some price decreases over the board, but then we're just going to have to see where quantities go as people start to pick them up en masse. Now, moving on to another topic, we got confirmation that in English we will be getting the RRR reprints of Set 9's Set 4 reprints that were announced by Bushiroad a little while back for the Japanese format. So Brainwasher and Inlet Pulse are now secured as reprints in the non-Japanese format, as well as Trick Moon, of course, and these two. But we got some more big news over the weekend. More reprints are coming to Set 9 for the English format, including Tokusarachi, Megan, Mine, Painkiller Angel, and Elena. And yeah, these are some pretty nice ones to be had, especially Mine, which we've been talking about for so long, there is no need to even really go over just how happy a good amount of the player base is going to be just for this one. But I do have to say that while they talked about this set of reprints along with the RRRs, they didn't seem to talk about the reprint of the effect triggers in Set 9, at least not for the English conference, which is strange because it's leading me to believe that maybe we won't even get them. They are confirmed from the Japanese format, but then Japan's news didn't include these reprints. So we may see a difference in reprints between the non-Japanese and Japanese formats for Set 9. Keep that in mind. Hopefully we'll get more news as we go along for better confirmation. But to go over some of these reprints, Mine has started to see an effect. You can find listings as low as $15 now, with well over 20 of them for the RR. And the SP, on the other hand, is still only one listing for 100, and I would not expect that to really follow the news at all. Painkiller Angel has over 30 listings at $4 starting. The SP has over 12, starting at around 20, which is pretty average. Elenia, which has not really seen much play overall, I don't think this is going to get much effect from the news as it is. It was not that expensive of a card to begin with. The SP did drop from its original buyout a little while ago anyway, so yeah, I wouldn't anticipate much change on this card. Tokusarachi, this one keeps going up and down depending on formats, but we may see a stop to that, at least when it comes to the RR. So it might still be a good idea to buy into the SP if you're looking to high rarity this one. We are only at about $10, a little higher than that right now. But Yeah, if you're looking to high rarity this, you might see it go down a few times, but we'll just have to see. And finally, Megan. Final rush support for Bruce, which was usually played in the grade 4 variant. Thanks to Final Burst and Viamont's Bruce support, this card saw a lot of popularity gain, but the reprint announcement has affected this card's price somewhat. The triple rare is now available for under $20 again, but the SP is $60 to start off with, and we'll have to see what happens with that one. Thank you guys for watching today. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.